Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Moody Reel. This is where I review new movies, new TV shows, and new seasons of TV shows. But today is a film that's been out for a while now. I think it premiered in Sundance about a year ago, and I'm finally getting to watch it, and it's already a hit with the critics, and rightfully so. Directed by Luca Guadagnino, starring Armie Hammer and Timothée Chalamet, this is Call Me By Your Name. When watching this film, you can totally tell that it was written brilliantly, and mainly because it's based on a novel, but sometimes just because it looks great on script, doesn't really transition too well on screen, but this time it did, and it was brilliant. Best way to describe this film is heartbreakingly beautiful, and there have been positive reviews about how erotic this is at certain scenes and things like that. Well, yeah, sure, there are elements of eroticism, but this film is much more than that. It's about the human connection, it's about relationships, it's about falling in love and then, departing from that love. Doesn't matter what age you are, what sexual preference, none of that. It's about one connection from one human being to another, and that special moment that you share with this person, or moments that you share with this person that could probably never be duplicated ever again. The story and the situation aren't quite original, but it is a different angle, different perspective into this kind of situation, and a lot of us will relate to this this 17-year-old boy, who of course played by Timothée Chalamet, falls in love with this American visitor, Armie Hammer, and the feeling becomes mutual. They find out that they have an incredible attraction to each other, but it's more than that physical sense. It's that awakening, it's sort of that realization that comes into play. What I also loved about this film is the background, and I'm a total sucker when it comes to films that are a little bit more on the independent budget side, but it plays in some small town in Europe. This time, of course, it takes place in 1983 in northern Italy. I believe the film was shot in Crema, in Bergamo, and really just all over Lombardy, in the Lombardy region in Italy. And with that said, that background plays a role in the storytelling process of this film. What really stood out, and I think everyone would agree, is the chemistry between Armie Hammer and Timothée Chalamet. And I totally agree. It's frightening, and I was a little skeptic about people comparing Timothy to a young Leonardo DiCaprio, but his presence on screen is absolutely that. It's magnificent how incredible this kid is on screen, and the presence he has. It's almost as if he can star in his own film and make millions in the box office. And it goes back to that chemistry with the two characters, and you will hear it or read it in any other review. This chemistry really shines throughout this entire film. It felt real, it felt organic. Even the dialogue in some scenes, you'll be able to tell that it felt like they weren't reading off the script. It was just very organic, and that just gives away to more of the connection with the audience, more of us who might have found ourselves in that kind of experience, and that type of, in those moments where we just completely and totally fall in love. We don't know how to feel. We're so overwhelmed with certain emotions, and at the end we are dreading the inevitable. We have to part from this love, from this incredible experience that we may never ever feel again. This definitely makes my top 10 films of 2017. It just sucks that I had to wait so long in 2018 here in January watching this film, but I'm glad I did. I highly recommend this film to everyone out there, film fans and people who appreciate filmmaking that isn't, the whole blockbuster, huge popcorn movie kind of thing. It's good to watch these movies from time to time. It deserves all the critical acclaim that it's getting, and I would definitely rewatch it. This is actually rewatchable for me. But again, I'm sucker for those kind of films where, the small European towns and things like that. But I'm glad I watched this again. Guys, go ahead and watch this. Call Me By Your Name. It is just a fantastic, brilliant film. It made my top 10 list of 2017. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be in yours if you haven't seen it already. Well, there you go, guys. That was my review to Call Me By Your Name. Hope you guys liked it. As usual, like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to review even more movies like this, because I have such a joy watching this film. It's just fantastic and brilliant performances, and well directed and executed, and just everything, and well scripted, all that good stuff. A well-rounded, fantastic film. So go check that out. Find me on all over social media at Moody Vintage, and also check out my reactions on the Stardust app. Okay, you'll see reactions to this, sort of like give you a little preview to my videos here on the Moody Reel or Take Two, things like that. So follow me there as well at Moody Vintage. And I'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoy yourselves at the movies.